In this video, I'm gonna teach you study tips that will help you reach your educational goals, whether that is to learn how to study smart, pass your exams, to get good grades, or to be a top student. Knowing the best ways you can study can save you a lot of time and effort. It can give you an edge over other students. There was a study to test how effective the most common studying techniques are. Surprisingly, the two most used ones, which are underlining and rereading, came out as the least effective. We'll start off with your mindset. How you see studying can have a great impact on how effective your studying will be. So instead of thinking of studying as the boogeyman or just a means to pass an exam or getting good grades, try seeing it as a way of learning, gaining knowledge, or expanding your mind. Now, thinking like this will not only motivate you to study well, but it will also help you focus and remember more when studying. Fall in love with the process and the results will come. Tip number 2, distributed practice. Instead of studying for one long session, it's better to study for small sessions with breaks in between. By doing this, you are improving your memory retention of what you're studying. Your attention has a limit, and the longer the study session is, the less you can concentrate and the more time you waste. Let's say you have to study for 7 hours in the next week, so instead of doing a few long sessions or even 1 hour session every day, it's better to keep them as short as 30 minutes, so you will want to study 2 sessions every day during the week. Tip number 3, memory retrieval. Memory retrieval is a great way for long-term memorization. Instead of rereading over and over and over, try closing the book and recalling what you just learned. And when you think you can't remember more, then open the book and check what you forgot. By doing this, you have taught your brain to pay attention to what's missing. So the next time, it will do its best not to forget about this information. By doing this, the memory becomes stronger because of how hard your brain works to recall the information. Tip number 4, interleaving. It's normal for you to think that it's better to finish studying one idea or topic before jumping on another, but it's not. Several studies have found that interleaving, which is studying different ideas or topics at the same time, is a great way to learn fast. When you do this, your brain keeps jumping on from one idea to another, and what it does in that process is compare ideas and make connections between them, or know the differences, which turns them into a strong memory and makes them hard to forget. Tip number 5. It goes without saying you can't have consistent success without time management. Time management is the core of studying. You should always plan ahead and have a study plan because not only will it save you time, but it will also make you more disciplined, and discipline is a trait you will need by your side. After all, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Tip number 6, taking notes. It takes practice to be able to take effective notes. It is an amazing skill that you need to acquire. So here are some points that you need to focus on when taking notes. Sit in a place with no distractions. Pay attention to the beginning of the lecture or the class because the rest of the lecture will be based on it. You should write down the main points of the lecture and the class in your own words. Write down specific terms, phrases, and definitions of each topic. Always make sure to review notes as soon as possible after the lecture. Tip number 7, sleeping. Sleeping is your top study tip for final exams. Sleeping has an effect in every aspect in your life, even your academic life. It's a very bad decision to sacrifice any sleep time, even for your study time. That's why it's essential to have a consistent schedule for both your study and your sleep, because lack of sleep is correlated to difficulty in understanding and bad performance on tests. A good night's sleep also improves your ability to retrieve information. So if you get a good night's sleep after you learn something, that will help your brain retrieve that information when you wake up. That's why it's better to have a good night's sleep before an exam. Now, if you have a difficulty falling asleep, I've made a video recently on how to fall asleep fast. Make sure to check it out. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe.